Earlier today, President Donald Trump held a phone call meeting with multiple league executives of major sporting leagues, as in executives, commissioners from the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, MLS, WNBA, WWE, PGA, LPGA, UFC, NASCAR, IndyCar, and Breeders' Cup. That's a lot of people, and obviously they had to have it on a phone call because coronas, and they talked about the possibility of returning to sports. When can we get back to normalcy? What's the timetable basically looking like? Because this affects a lot of people. People may just say, oh, people say what they say. We'll say that. We'll keep it vague. But if you think about it, it really does affect more than just the executives, the owners, managers, coaches, and players. It affects more than them. There are people who work at arenas or stadiums. There are people who cook for teams. There are people who transport teams, whether it be through planes, buses, the hotels that host the teams, the visiting teams, home teams, whoever it may be. If they stay at a hotel, they all are losing money from this too. This is such a widespread effect from sports not being in effect. Obviously, the economy, if you've been paying attention to that at all, I'm not an expert on that, but it has not been good. People are losing jobs. Unemployment is up. What else? Stock market's not been doing hot at all. It's just not a good time for the economy and people who want jobs or people who have had jobs. People have been getting laid off. It's just a lot of question marks during this time, a lot of not good things going on. So from a sports perspective, you may think it's just the players and stuff, but it spreads out to so much more than just the players, coaches, executives. There's media personnel. There's, as I said, just anyone who works within a certain sport, within a team's organization, or at the actual places they hold events. So there's so many people affected by this. It's not just about the players and stuff. That's why this is so important for sports to get back. Obviously, we want people to stay healthy and safe, but there is a point that you got to have some normalcy back. We don't know when that's going to be, but President Trump did try to give us an idea of that when he spoke to these executives and commissioners. So today they held a conference call, and President Trump said he believes the NFL will start on time. The NFL, I think the preseason is in August or something, and then the season gets kicked off in September, early September. He also said that he thinks that fans will be back in stadiums and arenas by August and September, which means could leagues like the NBA, the NHL that were in the middle of their season when they canceled or postponed rather, could they get back in maybe June or July without fans in the arena, or would that be asking too much? I think it just depends on how this goes. Obviously, it could get worse and we could cancel seasons, or it could slightly progress, slightly get better. The amount of cases goes down. Just everything starts going down. Maybe we can slowly progress into filling up stadiums again, getting people their jobs back, getting people back to work. So it all just depends, obviously, on the virus, how much, if it gets better, if it gets worse, it all depends on that. But right now, the goal is August and September to fill up stadiums. It does not say anything about potentially running events without fans in the arena. So that's a question mark. There's a lot of question marks with this, but that is what President Trump today said. He also said, I want fans back in the arenas. I think it's whenever we're ready, as soon as we can, obviously. And the fans want to be back too. They want to see basketball and baseball and football and hockey. They want to see their sports. They want to go out onto the golf courses and breathe nice, clean, beautiful, fresh air. No, I cannot tell you a date, but I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means he has information that we don't quite have yet about the virus, about maybe a vaccine, something that could help to try to kill off the virus, to try to just contain it, something like that. I'm not a medical expert, but you get what I'm trying to say. Just trying to contain it. We'll say that for now, but if it is sooner rather than later, great. We can get back to normal sooner. People can get their jobs back. People can go back into their businesses, work, sports, whatever it may be. So that would be good. That's a plus. President Trump also said to the commissioners the good work being done by many teams and players to take care for their communities and fan bases dealing with the outbreak. But, however, the California governor, Gavin Newsom, addressed that he was not anticipating that would happen in California. The stadiums will be filled back up by August and September. So maybe President Trump and the governor of California, Governor Newsom, have different sources, different medical sources. Maybe they're hearing different things. I don't know. But one seems optimistic of a return in August of September with sports in general having their stadiums filled back up. One seems a little pessimistic, not too sure if that will happen. But Governor Newsom also said, it's interesting, I have a lot of friends that work in Major League Baseball and in the NFL. They've been asking me, in fact, a well-known athlete just asked me, a football player, if he expects to come back. I said I would move very cautiously in that expectation. And I think that's what everyone's doing at this point when it comes to especially the sports world, because you have so many people in these arenas. For football stadiums, you got 100,000 people in some stadiums. For basketball arenas, up to 20,000. Some racetracks at NASCAR can hold up to 100,000, and then you look at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which can hold over 200,000, almost 300,000 people. So you got a lot of people in a tight area that, obviously, with the way this coronavirus goes, you know, that's not the greatest idea if we're trying to kill off the spread of coronavirus. That would not be the greatest thing to do. That's why we started to suspend play. That's why we started to postpone seasons and events, because we wanted to prevent the spread, because all these people come into the arenas, they go back to their homes, they go back into the world, and it's got the higher potential to spread. That is why they have started postponing. That's why they did all that, which was a good move. The health and safety of people should be priority. Anyways, back to the things. Let's see. The NBA was the first to suspend, and Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, he said that the leagues were the first to shut down. His league was the first to shut down, I believe, and that he would love to lead the way in starting the economy once there was an all clear from public health officials. So basically, Adam Silver saying, once we can go, let's go. Like, we got people relying on us for their jobs. We got fans who want to watch sports. We got people who are relying on us. So they want these things to happen. They want sports back. And Adam Silver wants sports to lead the way, just to help with people, the economy, jobs, all that stuff. I'm not an expert on this. Sorry if that sounded rough. But that is all I have from today. Just a press conference, or not a press conference, just a conference call. I'm sure there have been a lot of questions from these top executives wondering. They've been in contact with these health officials, CDC, doctors, medical experts, all these people, and I'm sure they've wanted to get some information from the top, from who knows the most information. And the President of the United States knows a good bit of information about this because he is probably briefed on everything every day. So finally, a conference call was set up between all those executives and President Trump, and that was able to happen today. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say, but yeah, hopefully we can get sports back soon. Obviously, as a sports fan myself, I love watching sports. I would love to get something back, but if you need something to watch, Sundays we got some eNASCAR on Fox or FS1. That has been very entertaining thus far. If you need something to watch, it's like real racing. It looks real. It's not actually real, but it's like a video game, kind of. It's a simulator. And then NBA's been doing a 2K tournament. I haven't tuned into that. And the NBA is also looking into doing a potential horse tournament via FaceTime or something. You know, you got one guy shoot a shot, and you got another guy at his house shooting his shot, whatever. So you've got a lot of different things that these leagues are trying to do to fill in the void of no sports, because people love watching sports. People live off of sports. So they're trying to keep a little bit of normalcy, but obviously it's very difficult during these times. But the league commissioners and all these health officials trying to contain this virus. So thank you to them, all the health medical experts and all the people on the front lines trying to help just kill down the coronavirus. and trying to help people. They're great. But yeah, just trying to get back to normalcy. That's the goal, to try to get this all behind us, get the coronavirus gone, and go back to normal. That'd be great.